I believe the most vital things that you can do every single day to stay clean for long periods of time are, you guessed it, heroin will take you to a very dark place. And no matter how tough you think you are, heroin will make you its bitch. From 2012 to 2019, heroin had a hold on my life. At one point, escaping didn't even seem like an option, but somehow I was able to make it out. In this video, you'll hear about the different things that have kept me clean throughout the last 5 years. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, I hope something you hear in this video can help you make a change. The first 18 months clean. My secret to getting my first 18 months clean was prison. When you're sentenced to jail or prison, heroin is much harder to get, so you're forced to dry out. Do I suggest you go to prison to dry out? No, but here's what you can do instead. Contact your local detox center and spend some time there. The sad truth is that if you're a heroin addict, it's gonna be almost impossible to just quit while trying to maintain your regular lifestyle. What do I mean by that? The habit of using heroin is ingrained into your everyday life. So you need to be removed from that environment long enough to, 1, dry out, and 2, learn how to cope with your urges and cravings to use again. Would I say I'm addicted to coffee? Nah. No, honestly, I think I'm gonna stop drinking coffee here in the next couple weeks. Or maybe not. Even after you have dried out, it is still not smart to go back home after detox. 90% of people who return home after detox use again. So if I were addicted to heroin and wasn't going to prison, I would go to detox, and then I would go into a residential rehab program for a year, followed by a sober living house in a different city. I know this may sound like a lot or seem discouraging, but it's better than dying or spending your entire life being addicted to heroin. At least you know you will eventually get your life back. I mean, you got yourself into this, you got to put in some work to get out of it. And if you guys enjoyed this video so far, please hit the like, subscribe, and comment, because when you do these actions, it encourages me to consistently create content for you. Let's go. Okay, let's talk about 18 to 24 months. When I was released from prison, even though I had already been clean for a year and a half, I still chose to go into drug treatment. Most of the time, drugs are just a symptom of whatever your real underlying issue is. So it really is best to seek therapy and professional help if you want to find out the real problem. During the first 6 months of treatment, I learned a lot about myself, started building a sober support network, and began figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. What kept me clean during those 6 months were daily programming, groups, therapies, case management, talking to my kids every day, exercise, and relationships with other sober people. 24 to 30 months. 6 months into my stay in drug treatment, I started to pursue YouTube. I committed to live streaming every weeknight. This started bringing income and eventually turned into a business. Having a business gave me purpose and direction, which played a major role in my sobriety over the next 18 months. 24 to 36 months. When you're a heroin addict, your purpose is to get high. Now that you're clean, you have to find a new purpose so you don't fall back into your old one. Don't overthink it, just start pursuing something. It doesn't have to be permanent. Your purpose can change over time. You can get involved with NA and find purpose in that. You can get involved with your church and find purpose in that. The important thing is just to find some purpose. In other words, get you some business. 36 months. 36 months to 5 years. About 3 years after the last time I used heroin, I moved into an actual home and my daughter was able to move in with me. This was a very happy moment in my life. I used to sit in prison and dream about this moment with no clue how I was going to make it happen, but we made it happen. Once you reach a point in your sobriety where you have multiple years clean, your brain has been rewired and it's much easier to avoid using drugs. The things that have kept me clean up until now are wanting to be a good person for my wife and kids, the purpose I find in business, exercise, being active in church, and being active in the community through volunteering. So we'll do a quick recap. From 0 to 18 months, detox, drug treatment, sober living in a different city, and most importantly, exercise. 18 to 24 months, rebuilding relationships with loved ones, creating a sober network, and most importantly, exercise. 24 to 30 months, finding purpose, exercise. 30 to 50 months, getting involved in church, volunteering, pursuing your purpose, and most importantly, exercise. The reason why I say exercise is the most important is because at the very beginning, when I didn't have anything, when I was in prison, what helped me maintain a good mindset, a good mental health state, and gave me something to chase, gave me some purpose in the very beginning, was exercise. I built my entire sobriety on the foundation of exercise. So I think exercise is the number one most important thing when it comes to getting multiple years of sobriety. In conclusion, I believe the most vital things that you can do every single day to stay clean for long periods of time are, you guessed it. Number one, exercise. Number two, connection with loved ones and sober network. And number three, find your purpose, in that order. If this video helped you and you want to see how I went from to finding some success on YouTube, click this video.